The practice of meditation dates back thousands of years. The goal of early meditation was to increase one's comprehension of life's mystical and divine powers. Although it's not a total cure, meditation can provide your life some much-needed breathing room. Meditating has several long-lasting benefits for us as individuals. It reduces stress, helps us identify our pain, strengthens relationships, sharpens our focus, and makes us kinder to ourselves. Perhaps you've attempted meditation before, but you just can't seem to get into it. Perhaps you begin by practicing meditation to address a problem, such as stress. I have to be honest with you. Meditation helps you avoid needing to fix things in the future rather than trying to fix them now. It makes you less reactive and gives you the freedom to decide how to react to the internal and external obstacles you confront on a daily basis. You become extremely calm and able to observe the situation while you meditate. It helps you become more conscious of who you are on the inside, allowing you to step back from the intense circumstance. Then you perceive the circumstance in an unresponsive manner, so that you may think over your options with a clear head. These ideas may cross your mind in this circumstance. How should I think? What should I say? And how do I react? It is more likely that you will get the best results that bring you contentment and serenity. The practice of regularly training your mind to focus and refocus your thoughts is called meditation. It's normal for you to have thoughts. I still do occasionally when I have a lot going on in my life. The secret is to simply be aware of the notion and to let it drift by like a cloud in the sky, rather than dwelling on it. Occasionally, that's all we require to make better decisions for our communities, families, and ourselves. The three most crucial things you can bring to your meditation practice are a cozy spot to sit, a little patience, and self-kindness. Investor Ray Dalio, who is worth $17 billion, claimed that meditation is the single most important reason for his extraordinary success. Steve Jobs, the creator of Apple, the most valuable corporation in the world at $872 billion, claimed that he was able to lead several companies, including Pixar, to the top of the financial world through meditation, learned and developed intuition. During a well-recorded 1974 trip to India, Jobs picked up tips on how to meditate. According to Mattingly, meditation allows us to take a step back and become the observer. We can recognize the cyclical nature of all emotions and understand that they come and go in everyone when we allow curiosity to enter our lives. Even the strongest emotions, such as guilt, grief, or fear, will gradually become less overwhelming during this process. It's quite normal to feel uneasy at first. The most crucial part of any meditation practice, according to one of my meditation instructors, is actually sitting down to meditate. Because at that same moment, you are affirming to yourself that you believe in self-care and transformation, and you are making it happen. You're actually putting some values like mindfulness or compassion into practice rather than just holding them in theory. We practice mindfulness in order to become adept at identifying those moments when our brains perform their routine, everyday acrobatics, and perhaps pausing long enough to select what we want to pay attention to. To put it briefly, meditation improves our relationships with ourselves and, consequently, with others. It's critical to cultivate a strong sense of motivation for meditation. Our inability to stay motivated to complete our work is the reason we fall short of our objectives. And meditation is no exception to this. We must be able to push ourselves every day to sit down and practice if we are to reap the long-term rewards of consistent practice. Upon closer inspection, we find that lacking motivation significantly reduces our sense of value. Self-worth is a person's total subjective emotional assessment of their own value. When we lack drive to follow through on our goals, it has a detrimental impact on this. This gives us the impression that we failed. We become irritated with ourselves and engage in a mental struggle with ourselves. This conflict appears to be an internal struggle caused by self-blame for the things we should have done but didn't. And as a result, one's sense of value declines. One other detrimental consequence of low motivation is a decline in self-assurance. Self-confidence is the belief in one's own strength and capability. When we don't practice self-care practices like meditation because we lack the motivation to do so, we gradually begin to doubt our own ability and will to control our life. However, we may boost our own sense of power, self-worth, and confidence if we can inspire ourselves to follow through on our goals and take action toward them. Objectives serve as stepping stones to our aspirations. We can be inspired to meditate in order to prevent tension, unpleasant thoughts, and mental chatter. To attain self-transcendence, tranquility, clarity, and focus, we can be inspired to meditate. Take note of how completely different these methods are for inspiring meditation motivation. One is to flee from suffering, while the other is to move in the direction of enjoyment or the intended result. You must first identify the obstacles preventing you from meditating in order to find the drive to do so. Practice. Write down the reasons you don't meditate. Consider this: why am I not meditating? Take a look at the list and determine how many barriers you have. Perhaps you are unsure about when to begin meditating and what method to employ. The majority of the time, the subject of meditation is so confusing that we never even begin because we don't know where to begin. Finding time for meditation is one of your challenges. The best course of action is to locate a little window of uninterrupted time during the day and begin with a very modest practice, such as a 10-minute guided morning meditation. If you are pressed for time, it is advisable to start out little rather than trying to push yourself to meditate for 30 minutes and finding it difficult to stick with the practice. Do as much as you can while moving slowly. You will eventually experience increased motivation as a result of your consistent practice and beginning to reap some rewards. If you find that you forget to meditate, it's advisable to designate a particular time of day to do so. It is not possible to take a miracle pill to solve all of your problems through mediation. One aid that can help you is meditation. A lot of the time, you could consider changing up your meditation practice and consider it a chore. If so, make an effort to modify your perspective about meditation. Include meditation in your healthy living. In the same way that you maintain physical health with exercise and a balanced diet, you maintain mental, spiritual, and emotional health through meditation. You will be more inclined to meditate regularly if you understand the overall advantages of meditation as well as how it might improve your life. For those days when committing to 10 minutes is still too much, Mattingly offers an option that can be done on the go. The acronym for this type of meditation is STOP, which stands for Pause, Inhale, Observe, Without Passing Judgment, and Go Forward. You can do it almost anywhere and at any time. For example, when you're waiting for your coffee to brew or brushing your teeth at night. By doing this, we can learn to check in with ourselves without passing judgment on our experiences. Though it's not how it works, it would be wonderful if there was a universal indicator that indicated you were beginning to formally gain from meditating. Winston states, meditation isn't a prescription. You won't see this specific result if you meditate for this length of time for this number of days. Winston advises focusing on any tiny victories rather than hoping for a miraculous turnaround. It's critical to keep in mind that daydreaming is a normal aspect of meditation practice. It's not a failure, rather, it's a necessary element of learning. Even seasoned meditators occasionally experience daydreaming. If you find this video helpful, please like and share, and also subscribe to our channel for more motivating videos.